If any of you know that he wrote a book, and it's wonderful, and you should try to read it, because it's wonderful. The name of it is Only in Canada, and he's so right. And in the middle of it, I found a partial thing in there called Speedio, and how it was formed, and it's exactly right. It's not very long, and I'd just like to read that to you right now. If you want to read his book is produced and published by the Soup Kitchen, and all of the money goes to the Soup Kitchen, right? That's correct? Yeah, yeah. I think that's wonderful. And it's a book to read. It's about Susie Marie, mostly, and his experiences, and what he came through as an Italian-Canadian living here. And some of it wasn't very good. Right? He picked on me a lot, I think. Anyway, here we go. In the late 1940s, this is Ray's writing this, I was elected president of the Sioux Ski Club, and by that time, alpine skiing had become more and more popular. It was clear to the club that the landside site, an intermediate site, had reached its maximum capacity of skiers. The decision was made to look for another site, and topographical maps of the Algoma area were obtained from the Department of Lands and Forests. We decided to form two such groups, one to go north and one to go east of Sault Ste. Marie. As luck would have it, I was the eastward group, so he didn't get to be here. You will. You should be rewarded. While we did find some suitable hills in South Valley, they were far too off the highway and therefore economically not feasible for our not-funded club. The northbound group included two of our most energetic skiers, Ian McDonald. I'm trying to say Ian. We called him Ian at home. But most of you know him as Ian. And Herb Lederer. I don't know Herb's son. Is he? Where's Herb's son? Oh, he's not. Oh my. I'm sorry, I haven't seen him since he was a child. So. Anyway, at the time, Highway 17 North in the Gully area took a different route than it does now. As a result, the group missed King Mountain, and I think that's a good thing, because this is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. The decision was made to look for another site, and as luck would have it, I was with the eastward group. While we did find, I read that, the northern group included two of our most energetic skiers, Ian McDonald and Herb Lederer. At that time, Highway 17 North was in another place. They reported back to the club after they found Searchmont and made inquiries as to the ownership, etc. My understanding is it was owned, of course, by the government, and that they gave a pretty good deal on it. Not very much money, I can't remember the amount. In view of the fact that the ski club had no funds and government grants, not known at that time, the club gave its blessing to the two founders. Ian and Herb were steel workers, and their biggest asset was their dedication and willingness to work hard on the project. Some of us went to Searchmont to help cut the first downhill run without chainsaws. That must have been difficult. In order to improve the skiing facility, in return for the input of funds, the Searchmont Valley Ski Resort became into being, and Ian and Herb no longer controlled. Anyway, that's what Ray wrote. It's wonderful. I've spent many, many days and weekends out here. Our family used to get together with food and bring it out because Ian and Herb couldn't come into town for meals like Christmas and so on because we were busy out here. So we were out here and we had a lot of free skiing and learning how to ski, my children and all the children. Some of my relatives are here. My brother Bruce used to be out here, and my husband would come up. My brother Bruce's wife is here, and some of her family, and Kurt Scott, another brother, and his. We were all out here many, many weekends. Anyway, thank you for coming, and have enjoyed and had a good time. What a beautiful day and what a beautiful hill. Thank you.
Thank you, Gene. Well done. I would now like to welcome and bring up Jackie Jenis, daughter of Herb Leonard. Jackie?
I'd like to thank everybody for coming. This is a big honor for our family. And if I could just say a few things. When I was 3 years old, I came out here to Searchmont. And I remember the snow was just right up to the wazoo, and you didn't really have any place to just come through the snow. And the first place was that log cabin that they had built. And I remember very well my mother serving hot dogs and coffee and orange pop. Those were all the things to remember. And my dad spent, I am surprised my parents lasted in their marriage because my dad was here more times than he was at home. But this was his dream, and I'd like to thank Mr. Ceremonies and everybody that's involved for spearheading and having this, because he's probably having a big smile in heaven. Thank you everybody for coming.
Thank you for those words, Jackie. The Honourable Ceremonies has graciously commissioned a commemorative piece in honor of Ian and Herb Sr. It will soon be permanently mounted on the wall beside the outpost, and the outpost is our store over here to the right. I would ask Jean and Andrea Kelly to come on up, please. Along with the Honourable Ray Ceremonies, we are going to unveil the commemorative piece. We would invite anyone who would like to come up and look at the commemorative piece. It's obviously a picture of Herb and Ian in their younger days, with some pretty good form there on the ski hill, as well as a brief history of their accomplishments here at Ceremonies, then Searchmont Ski Valley. So we invite you to come up. Thank you everyone for joining Searchmont Resort in this long overdue recognition. Some great news. Bernard's Bar is open and is featuring a Founders Day drink special, so we invite you to hang around and have some drinks with us. As well, I would ask the family and friends of the founders, you're asked to head into Slopeside, where we will be doing some photographs and having a reception. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Enjoy the slopes.